we are moving fast. Going back home. Okay, so today is our 7-year anniversary, and
Yay!
you guys asked us questions on my Instagram, so we wanted to answer them while we eat our pre-workout meal. So
Yes, because we will still be working out even on our anniversary.
Yep.
Because the gains don't stop for anyone.
Yep. I need a free app to calculate my calories, please. MyFitnessPal is the easiest one to use. If you want to pay $48 for a year, MacroFactor is really good, and it's Jeff Nippard's app, so you can support him.
I'll answer this one. What do you do for a living except for the gym? You two look beautiful, by the way. Thank you. Dane is still in school, and I just graduated, and I'm starting work as a software engineer in the summer, so in like a month from now. So that's what I'm doing. I really like it, but yeah.
Who made the wish? Are you single? Do you like Roblox?
Love Roblox. We used to play like Build-A-Boat all the time when we were like
18?
18, yeah, 18.
17?
That was so fun.
But now it's like they don't even build boats on that game.
Yeah, people build like the craziest stuff. I feel like Roblox is becoming like a try-hard space now.
Okay, what's your favorite movie? I would do it like all time and like right now or past year.
Okay, ooh, that's tough. It's hard to like say a favorite. Like these definitely aren't my favorite movies, but the ones that immediately come to mind that I always end up like rewatching because I love them so much is like a lot of the old Adam Sandler movies. I don't know why, but when I was a kid I used to love those movies. So like Grown Ups and Blended is one of my favorite ones. Just Go With It. Those are all like comfort movies for me. And what else? I really like
What
the
about
Hunger
like the
Games
last
series.
year?
In the last year, what are some movies that we watched? I can't even remember.
Like Hail Mary maybe?
Oh, Project Hail Mary was good.
Or Avatar, did you watch that one?
No, I didn't. I feel like One Piece is really good. Even though it's not a movie.
Did you watch any
That's
of the
my
movies?
No. No. But still, the show.
It always
You should
goes
watch
back to One Piece.
it does.
Of all time, Oppenheimer. Probably. I feel like I saw that one like 3 or 4 times. But recently, like the last year, I would say Obsession. For sure. I think. And there's no A-list actors. It was on like a really small budget. And I think they did a really good job.
Yeah.
You met her at the gym, ? So, we actually met in high school, and
Yes.
she joined my English class like halfway through the year, and the only open spot to sit was right next to me. And so the teacher obviously sat her there. And the funny story is that we tell everyone when they ask us how we met is that we think our English teacher set us up or tried to, because we were doing Tale of Two Cities, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's Tale of Two Cities, book with a lot of different themes that you go over in English class. And for our class, we had 4 different themes, and one of them was salvation through love. She gave us both salvation through love, and then walked behind us, and then was like, ooh, salvation through love.
That was so funny.
But yeah, when we do get married, we kind of want to invite her. We've always talked about that.
Yeah,
But
we
have
have like
no
a few.
contact
We
with
have
her.
a few like favorite teachers that we had because we had an A push teacher, like our senior year that is actually Dayton's neighbor, and we love him.
Yep.
So we're gonna maybe invite him too. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met through that class, and then we kind of would talk every day, and then we started studying together. Like every time we would study together, we just got along really well, and we started just doing things that like friends would do. So we went on bike rides together. We would watch like TikTok together, because this is when TikTok like first came out.
Yep.
And yeah, we would just have fun together as friends for a long time. I think it was like 6 months
yeah,
or so.
It was like from February to June-ish.
Yeah, and June was when we started dating.
Which was honestly like the worst time to start dating, because every single year when we wanted to celebrate our anniversary, it would be at like the worst possible time, because June 2nd is, at least for our high school, it was during finals week. So it always worked out. Like we always found time for it, so to celebrate. So yeah.
And if you're curious, like how we actually got into the gym was like, so no, we didn't meet at the gym. Dane kind of got into the gym first. And he started going back in like 2020 or 2021. And then he started like, he started bringing me, and we were both really inconsistent at the time. It's funny, like we look back at our texts from when we first started, and
Yeah,
we
it was
would
really
like,
bad.
we would do like progress updates and be like, oh, I went to the gym today and I did abs, or I did cardio. And
Well, because what we would do was like during COVID, when it was like really serious in our area and you couldn't really like go outside that much, we would FaceTime each other and we would do like ab workouts. I was playing soccer at the time. That was like the only time I would go outside for the most part. So I was kind of down to do it anyways, because I did abs and cardio a lot for soccer.
And we didn't
But-
know like anything about fitness at the time. TikTok was not like a huge thing where people were posting as much information as they do now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny looking back at how just baby we were, and how much
Yeah.
how little we knew about fitness. And then
have-
he got into it more. He was more into it, like he like got into weightlifting for like a year, and I was still not into it. I was really struggling when I first started to get into the gym, because I felt so intimidated, and just, you know how a lot of beginners feel when they first go to the gym. I felt like I didn't belong there. But then he helped me get into it by going with me. And then I'd say after like 6 months or so of going consistently weightlifting with him, I started to really enjoy it. And then that's when I started going by myself and like really getting into the gym as much as he did. So like, yes, he got me into it, but luckily now he's not the only reason why I go.
Yeah.
So you can get your partner interested in other hobbies that you're interested in.
Julian says, congrats, y'all. What has been the most consistent thing in your relationship? First of all, thank you.
Thank you. I think one thing that ties in with the consistency thing that we both agree on is just really trying to do your best to understand each other, because deep down, I think we all are not trying to hurt one another. We're not like, I'm never purposefully trying to hurt Dane, and Dane is never trying to purposefully hurt me, but we inevitably do hurt each other. It's just a part of life. We'll do things that we don't mean to do, or we'll do things in a way that we don't understand in the moment how it'll affect the other person. And so we really tried to like go into our issues with that understanding of knowing that we're not hurting each other. Like, it's not personal. We're not trying to hurt each other. And so just keeping that in mind when you talk is so important. And I think it just comes from like trust over time as well, like knowing that he's not trying to hurt me and knowing that I'm
Yeah.
not trying to hurt him.
I think another thing is that you have to realize in a relationship, any sort of feeling is a valid feeling. Like, even if someone is being irrational, like they have a feeling for a reason. Even if you don't understand that, you don't have to make them feel better about it before trying to understand it deeper and making them feel understood and heard and valid for the way they feel. Because I think if you don't, then if I were to invalidate Ari's feelings all the time because I just thought they were irrational or something, then she would never come to me with feelings because, she would protect those feelings.
Because I think so many people forget that everyone has different life experiences and have different ways of how they grew up. And so that affects the way that they act and the way that they think. And so for us, we both grew up in very different kind of households. And so when we first started dating, there were a lot of times where we just didn't understand each other fundamentally, and it would cause issues because he wouldn't understand like why I would be anxious about something, and I wouldn't understand why he didn't get it or didn't understand me. And the thing that like finally clicked for us is just knowing that like we came from different households, we came from different lives prior, and so we just had to understand each other and not tell each other to be different, but try to find a compromise that works for both of us and makes both of us feel comfortable and makes both of us happy. It's just understanding that there's going to be times where you guys are different and you have to come together and find similarities and try to like strengthen those similarities rather than tearing each other apart for your differences.
Like, for example, my family, like, we never have really rushed in our entire lives. We used to, like, argue about is, like...
Yeah, there'd be times where, like, we would be, like, for example, crossing the street or something, and there would be, like, 5 seconds left, and I'd be, like, running, telling Dane, like, Dane, like, hurry, we need to hurry. And Dane would be like, what? Like, we don't need to hurry, it's fine, they're not gonna hit us. Like, pedestrians have the right of way. So it's just funny, because, like, I grew up always rushing, and he grew up so just chill, which is good for each other because we cancel each other out. Like, I make sure he's punctual for certain things, and he helps me like be more chill and not be so anxious all the time and worrying all the time about small stuff like that.
Answer Julian's question right to the point, and just to sum everything up, the one thing that is the most consistent in our relationship is just understanding. Understanding one another is the most important part to any relationship. There's so many things that you can understand. A lot of people don't even understand themselves. So there's a lot to learn from another person and a lot to understand from them and their backgrounds. And that's what makes a relationship long lasting.
This is like something that helps you as an individual as well. Like, you should be developing this skill not just for your relationship but for yourself. I feel like so many people forget that everyone is living their own life. When you're on the road, for example, it's so easy to get road rage and be like, oh, like, why is that person like going so slow? Or, like, for example, why is someone leaving a huge gap in front of the car in front of them? And you have no idea like what that person is thinking and why they're doing those things, but you're immediately kind of resorting to thinking that they should be thinking the way that you're thinking, that they should leave no gap. But for example, like Dane, he sometimes leaves a big gap because he recently got into a car accident where someone like in front of him braked really, really hard.
Yeah.
And so he had to brake really hard, and the person behind him ended up rear-ending him. So it's just an example of you really should, throughout your life, try to develop the skill of understanding that not everyone thinks the same way as you, and everyone has different perspectives, and none of them are wrong. Like, no one has the right to say, my perspective is the correct one. So it saves you a lot of peace as well to think that way. But yeah, it'll help you as an individual and in your relationship. So thanks to everyone who's just saying like, congrats, love to see it. We see that and appreciate it, so thank you.
Coolest date you guys have went to?
We spent 2 months in Japan.
Yeah, true.
That was the coolest date ever.
Every day was like a date, pretty much, because we would just like walk around a new city. It was really fun.
Yep. And that was when I started One Piece too.
Yep.
Changed my life. I love One Piece.
That was the coolest date. Honestly, coolest time of my life, though.
Yeah.
So
we yearn for that every day.
When's the ring popping up? We want to both be in a financial spot where we're both comfortable, because both of us would rather do it later on when we're a little more financially stable than do it right now, where it's just kind of like, it can be like 2 years, 3 years, however long you want. I think both of us want like a year and a half long engagement. We don't want a super long one. And we also want to be in a spot where, we can plan for our wedding like once we're engaged and we'll have the time and the money to do so. We aren't really trying to rush anything.
I feel like it's nice to have that goal of marriage to kind of push you to achieve your goals as well, because I think both of us really have set high goals for ourselves. Like, I really want to start a business, and I think he does want to do the same. And I think that having that marriage in the back of our mind, rather than it being something that we're stressed about and like saying like, oh, we need to make money so that we can have a nice wedding. It's more so, oh, let's try our best and be successful so that we can have the best marriage or the best wedding that we can have. Because I think for me at least, like, I think for both of us really, we're not in a rush because we already know that we're committed to each other. When it comes to like a wedding, I think we want it to be the best possible wedding that we can have, because there's only one wedding you get to have in your life, or at least we want it to be that way. And so why not just like wait a little bit longer so that you can make it just that more special and just a little bit better for both of us. So even though, yes, we would love to be married or engaged, I think it's a nicer thought to us personally to just push it off a little bit longer so that we can really go for our goals right now and have like a nicer wedding.
Yeah.
I'll say really quickly, I saw some questions asking about like how to have a long relationship, which I know we kind of answered earlier, and just in general, like how to find the right partner. And I would say this, there's like multiple different stages to finding a good partner. The first stage, which is the easiest, it gets harder as you go, okay? The first stage is finding someone that you vibe with, someone that has the same humor as you, someone that you can get along with well and like talk to, and you can just freely talk about things and it's really easy and free flowing. That's not that hard to find. Like, I think a lot of people get stuck on that and they think like, oh, I found my person just because they vibe with them, but that's only the first stage. Second stage is things like values and worldviews and things like that. You really want to have as best a match on that as possible. Like, you can disagree on some things, but there's some deal breakers for every person. That's like stage 2. And then stage 3 is, okay, this is when you start to have like disagreements and things like that, and things where it's not necessarily fundamental worldview differences, but things like boundaries. Like, for example, if you can have a celebrity crush or not, or if you're okay with your partner watching porn, or like things like that are not necessarily like religion or politics or things like that, but things that you can talk to together as a relationship. And that's kind of where you have to get over those issues, and if you agree on those, then stage 4 is really when it comes to like longevity. It goes into the understanding thing, because ultimately you are going to have disagreements, and it's about if you guys have matching emotional maturity, and if you guys are both able to speak about your differences in a kind way, so not yelling at each other, not being toxic to one another, not ghosting one another when things get hard. It's like you really have to prioritize the relationship and prioritize each other and each other's feelings and put in the work. Like, so many people have told us like that we're so lucky for a relationship, right? Which is nice. I understand the sentiment. But what they don't see and what they don't understand is like how many like long nights we've had just staying up talking and like going back and forth and trying to understand each other and not understanding each other, and having misunderstandings and being frustrated with one another, and just like wanting so badly to understand each other but just not, and having hour-long conversations about the same topics over and over again. And that's really hard. Like, it was really hard for both of us to get past those kinds of moments, you know? But that's really like that breaking point that if you can get through it, like that's what will be like a bond for life, really. Like you can create a really, really strong bond with another person if you can argue with each other in a kind way and put in that amount of effort, because it is really hard to get through that stuff. It's really easy to just say, ugh, like she just doesn't understand me. Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna work. Like it's so easy to do that. And so, yeah, if you can get past that and do that, that's how you can have like a really good relationship.
I think another thing with that too, it comes down to respect a lot of the time, because a lot of people, they just straight up don't have respect for their relationship or partner. That could look a little different, like have a lot of different forms, like in your with your friends, for example. I personally think it's a little disrespectful to your partner if you are consistently calling other women hot or joking with your friends that you would cheat on your girlfriend or you would fold instantly. It's just weird stuff like that. Like saying that when your partner's not around is disrespecting them, even if they're not hearing it. Like, what if they did? Another part of that is, anything that you are doing behind the scenes with your partner not there is going to reflect in your actual relationship. If you normalize it with your friends, then it's going to be normalized in your actual relationship, and it's going to be very harmful for your relationship altogether. It's just better to always act with integrity in all aspects of life, but relationship specific.
Many people say that it's like, oh, like of course I'm gonna find people attractive. Like just because I'm in a relationship with someone else, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop finding other people attractive. And it's like, I feel like so many people forget that they have control over their thoughts. Like, yes, your initial thought when you see someone might be, oh wow, that person is really beautiful, or wow, I really love their outfit, I love their eyes, they have a very beautiful smile. You can initially have those thoughts, but you still also have the ability to respect your partner and not let it go any further than that, right? Like by talking to it about your friends, you're letting it go further, you're thinking about it further. Like you can still think that someone is attractive and think that someone is like a beautiful person, but that doesn't mean that gives you the right to then be lustful towards that person or see them in a different way, like, or see them further than that. Because you should be, like Dane said, you should have integrity and respect for your partner.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to add.
That's mainly it for all the questions that we wanted to respond to. Again, appreciate all the love and support that you guys sent through all the question prompts, but thank you for listening, and we're gonna go hit push.